Okay, folks, it's your buddy Mike Messier. Double header today. Just the way things worked out. I was at the cinema and I decided to see a second film, Casino Royale from 2006. Daniel Craig, I believe this is his first James Bond film, and for whatever reason, I don't think I ever saw this movie before. I think I would have remembered Eva Green, whatever her, just a gorgeous woman. If you've ever seen The Dreamers, and a Dame to Kill For, was that the movie she was in? So yeah, it's just all time classic. New millennial bombshell Eva Green, very sexy woman. Apparently, she has a twin, an identical twin with blonde hair, from what she said, who's not in the film world. So in any event, double header. I'll start with the second movie first. Casino Royale. Like I said, I don't think I've seen this one. I know my pal David Graziano, the actor, a friend of mine who we've worked together many times. And David is a big Daniel Craig enthusiast. So I always appreciate David's thoughts on Daniel Craig. And I feel like I've missed out because I don't think I've ever seen this Casino Royale from 2006. If I did see it, somehow I don't remember seeing it before today. So I was very impressed. The movie looked great on the big screen. That's part of the fun of going to the movies these days. Is there's kind of a new thing where they're showing some rehashed movies that are 10 years old, 20 years old. Last night I saw the Transformers animation movie, 35 years old, and this was only a $5 ticket. So I keep telling people, go to the movies, have a good time, get the air conditioning, enjoy life a little bit. I know we're all supposed to be getting vaccines in our eyeballs and masks from head to toe. We're supposed to wear a full body mask like Priscilla Presley and Leslie Nielsen in Naked Gun. But look, you got to enjoy life once in a fucking while. So I enjoy going to the movies, so I do, and then I do these instant movie reviews, and there you have it. So this Casino Royale, I thought was quite good. I think this was this Daniel Craig's first turn as fucking James Bond. I did a little bit of research. Apparently, the 1967 version of Casino Royale James Bond film was not from the main company that does the James Bond films. You have that one from 1967, which I believe was a made-for-TV movie, if I'm not mistaken, going by memory. And then you had Never Say Never Again, which was kind of a interesting thing, which was like there was a summer, I believe the summer of '83, where Sean Connery came out of retirement and did like a non main company James Bond movie, and you had Roger Moore doing a James Bond movie. So they were competing Bond movies that particular summer, which is, I wonder if someone's done a YouTube video about that because I'd be interested in watching it. So if you happen to know, feel free to leave a comment. As far as this movie goes, let me just take on different aspects of it. First of all, there's another gorgeous woman in Casino Royale who doesn't last long. I don't know what actress that was, who she was, very pretty. She doesn't last long. And then you get into the Eva Green moments. And my God, Eva Green. But as far as James goes, his character, it's interesting because initially he was kind of not turning me off, but just, it was like a much more intense, almost like a Mel Gibson or like a 1980s action movie James Bond, like a real intense kind of a Napoleon complex, not no real sense of humor. And then he kind of becomes, but it's forgivable because it's Eva Green. But he kind of becomes, insta whipped. I mean, just, I mean, I hate to be vulgar, I really do. But when I was in high school, there was a kid that used to say this phrase, and I never quite understood what he. I don't even know if I should say it, but just people walking by. But basically, James becomes kind of whipped pretty quickly, by this woman. There's people. I don't understand. But James becomes pretty much like like he's met the love of his life, and this Eva Green, and he's James gets duped a couple of times in this film. James is not like the smartest guy in the room. A couple of times in this film, he's getting duped. He's getting beat up. He's showing vulnerability, I guess, but kind of a different type of James Bond film in a lot of ways. And if this was the first Daniel Craig James Bond movie, 2006, interesting choices they made. Because, like I said, he's getting, I guess, pussy whipped is the term, but that wasn't even the joke I was looking for. It was something else. Uh, he just gets. I don't know. It's just different. It's just a different type of James Bond movie, but it's not bad. It's great, actually. It's a great movie, but kudos to Daniel Craig and the people that made this film. That if they were going to start the James Bond franchise, I guess, coming off the Timothy Dalton years, the Pierce Brosnan years, I think the franchise was kind of stale. So now that I think about it, I know people at the time were very excited about Casino Royale because they did take some chances and they did do some interesting things. And I think the Pierce Brosnan years were okay. That they were kind of like looked at as, oh, well, he's better than Timothy Dalton, and poor Timothy Dalton was kind of just did 2 movies and was done. So people didn't like Timothy Dalton. And before him, who'd you have? You had Roger Moore. You had Sean Connery. And so we're not going to sit here and debate all the Bonds, but I would like to see some levity. I think this is supposed to be the next James Bond movie coming out pretty soon. I believe that's going to be the last one for our buddy there, Daniel Craig. At least that's what I've heard. I could have heard wrong. In any event, I like the movie Eva Green. Gorgeous woman, Eva Green. Let's move on to the other film I saw today, Cry Macho. I enjoyed Cry Macho. The rooster is fucking named Macho in the movie. Clint Eastwood. Clint's getting pretty fucking old. You know what I mean? So good for Clint that he's still making movies and he's still kind of casting himself as a male lead and he's still fornicating in these films and still got a pulse, so to speak. So I thought Clint did a nice job with this Cry Macho movie. It's interesting, kind of the bilingual love affair that Clint's character has. I thought it was good. I mean, the movie Cry Macho kind of reminded me a bit of what do you fucking call it? News of the World, the Tom Hanks movie from like last year. And why do I say that? Because both of those movies have a veteran American actor, who's kind of deep into their career, whether it's Tom Hanks or Clint Eastwood, even deeper. And they're kind of tutelaging a younger co-star, a younger actor, a younger character, all that stuff. There was another movie too with Liam Neeson. I can never say his fucking name right. Liam Nielsen, who had like another one of those road trip movies, like the old character and the young character, and they're on the road and they're bonding, and it's almost like a paternal relationship develops. There's a bus coming, so I don't know how I want to take on that situation. So I'm not real comfortable with buses in my vicinity. Like, I have no need to go on the bus. I just don't want it near me at all. Uh, but luckily, it's going away. So anyway, I enjoyed this doubleheader, Cry Macho. You know, there was really no problems with the people in the theaters today. There was more people in the theaters today than usual, I noticed, which was interesting. I guess perhaps the theaters are making a comeback, or people have been, all the subscribers to subscribe to Mike Messier YouTube channel have been reinvigorated. They've been inspired to go to the movies again because of me and all my videos. I appreciate that I've inspired and I've single-handedly saved the film industry from bankruptcy. So you can send your thank you cards to me. What else is going on tonight? Like Cry Macho, good movie. I enjoyed it. This is what I guess my hot take. It feels like, we don't know how long we're going to have these guys. I mean, this could be Clint's last movie, and I'm not trying to be cryptic or wish him ill. I like Clint Eastwood, but it's kind of a nice way to go out. You know, this movie has kind of a nice ending. It's pleasant. You know, a friend of mine, a subscriber here, said it was boring. I didn't think it was boring. It's just a pleasant, you know, end. You know, there's enough violence and stuff in this movie to cry macho to keep you going. But I liked it because, you know, we kind of feel like we watch these. I mean, God, people have kind of lived their lives watching Clint Eastwood. There's probably people that have had a whole life and died, you know, watching Clint Eastwood movies. But you watch it and you feel like you're kind of on this journey with this character, and we've been on all these journeys from, you know, High Plains Drifter and painting the town red and all this shit, and Unforgiven and Dirty Harry and the boxing movie and all the things we've been through with Clint. And if this is his way out, if like the Clint that we kind of like have the half real guy and the half movie character guy, if he's going to Mexico to end up with a woman and all her granddaughters and live on a fucking ranch and be a veterinarian and go into the sunset, that's a nice end, you know, like that's a nice out. I mean, pleasant. So you don't, I mean, that's what I was kind of waiting for at this Cry Macho, because we've been through movies like that with, what was the Camaro one? The one with the car, El Generico or Grand Casino or Grand Camaro or whatever the fuck. The one with the car. The one with the car in the title, Camaro or I can't remember. It's bothering me. El Camino or Gran Torino. Gran Torino. At the end of Gran Torino, when, you know, Clint's character, and granted, it's not fucking Clint Eastwood, it's the characters he's playing. I understand the fucking difference. But when the Clint's character bites it when he gets shot at the end of Torino, you're like, God damn it, he got killed. He didn't get to live and be like the fun grandfather to all these, you know, Asian people. But in this one, when we have a nice, pleasant ending, it kind of feels like it gives some sense of resolution, or we feel gratified. And if this is the end of the road for Clint Eastwood making movies, then I feel like it's a nice, pleasant end. You know what I mean? So overall, a good day at the theater, the movie theater. I always encourage people, go to the fucking local cinema, get yourself one of these goddamn subscriptions to see all the fucking movies you want for a set price, and you can enjoy yourself. You can do things. You can be pleasant. You don't have to be fucking miserable and hiding from the world. You know what I mean? So that's my fucking take on it. You could feel differently. Subscribe to Mike Messier YouTube channel and so on and so forth. A quick wrestling prediction for anyone who's still watching. I'm going to predict that Adam Page beats Jungle Boy on AEW tonight in 29 minutes, 1 minute before time limit. Simple, quick prediction. Goodbye. Subscribe to Mike Messier YouTube channel.